I think maybe in some of the recordings that we did earlier on, what I wanted to show was, how wonderful things were. And I think we gave the impression that, all is good now. And there is good now, but not all is good. In fact, every morning when I wake up, when I see the light outside, I know the first move I make, my whole body can go into spasms. And if those spasms go longer than like a second, then all day long I'm struggling to get my energy back. Kick and kick to get even sitting up. And if Jenny knows that I'm getting up because she's already up working, then she'll come in and help me. But otherwise, it's a struggle just to sit up. Stand up, and that's the worst. Standing up is just agony in the morning, trying to get these stilts because I can't feel from my waist on down. Well, and I can't feel most of my arms, and I certainly can't feel my hands. Now I can feel a little bit on my upper back, but to stand up and all those muscles are pulling, and that I can feel. I can feel them pulling, and then I can only barely shuffle into the bathroom and all the stuff I got to go through there. Jenny will usually give me a washcloth, or I can get it myself, and I just feel really fortunate that I can rub my face, and I can even get my right hand on top of my head and behind a little bit. But that whole time my left hand is all curled up. And then once I'm done with all that, then I've got to go out and sit in my wheelchair and eat breakfast. And when my hands are spasticity's high, I have to look at everything so that I can lift it, look at the spoon and, try to eat my Cheerios. Unbelievable as it might seem, I can actually drive. I got to reach up and get the keys, which is a real stretch in the morning. I can only do it with my right hand, but then trying to find a place where they'll go in and not fall, because picking something up off the floor, I can do it, but I got to be really careful. And so I get my keys in here, and then I go out and I walk out to the van, and getting into the van is a bit of a struggle, but then getting the seat belt, which is back here behind, and clicking that, but when the pain starts coming in driving, I realize, man, I can go places by myself, even though I really miss doing it all with Jenny. And then go over to I-TEC and try to help out a little bit. And after an update, or after just talking with the guys over here who've been doing such a great job. This morning they poured a slab for a huge new building that was given to us, and all we had to furnish was the slab. And I woke up, been praying for good weather, and I woke up and I just so desperately wanted to come over here, and I just realized, until it's light, I couldn't possibly walk around outside, but getting to do some things at I-TEC and being able to stay at home alone for a little bit so Jenny can go out shopping and can get away once in a while without having to have somebody come sit with me. I mean, that's just really incredible freedom. Boy, it comes at a price of pain, but I'm just so thankful. None of us knows what our life is going to be like. I wouldn't mind dying, but if I'm going to stay here longer, I want it to count, and I want my grandchildren to see that life isn't good when everything is fitting together right. Life is good because we know that we have a hope when this life is done. My theme has been, let God write your story. He doesn't promise all easy chapters, but he does promise that if we let him write our story, that in the last chapter, if not before, he will make sense of all the other chapters, and then he will take us to live with him in paradis, as Pastor Nook, a friend of mine in West Africa, says. I want God to still write my story.